Great Debaters Contest is brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.
Hello and welcome to the Great Debaters Contest. We are in Kiambu. I am your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yombok. Our motion today is Africa should concentrate more on innovations that improve the quality and standards of life of its people. We have Olympic High School versus Maryhill girls.
Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
If you want to make an omelette, you have to break the egg. And also, we can never use old roads to get to new destinations. So Africa should concentrate more on innovation that could improve and change the quality and the standards of life. Let me break it down to you people. What is innovation? We simply say innovation is just a catalyst to development, or a process of translating an idea or an invention into goods or services that will create value for the people. And to be honest, there are different areas in Africa where innovation is totally widespread. Take an example of the health sector, the education sector, the transport and infrastructure sector. What about the local crafts and even security? My colleagues and I state that Africa should concentrate more on innovations that could improve the health sector. Take a case study of Kenya, the Beyond Zero campaign. What a brilliant innovation by our First Lady. You know that there are many counties here in Kenya who do not have mobile clinics. Examples of these counties include Homa Bay, Bungoma, Taita Taveta. Some of these counties, the rate of death of women during child complications was 5,500. And imagine 100,000, and I repeat again, 100,000 children died before seeing their first birthday. And moreover, over 13,000 human immunovirus infections, with which 63% of these did not have access to healthcare. But with a brilliant innovation by our First Lady, do you know the number increased for 46 to 66% of women who have accessed healthcare? What a way to improve the standards and the quality of our people, supporting the fact that Africa should indeed concentrate more on innovations that are going to improve the quality and the standards of our people. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us again shift gears. Let us go to Rwanda. Who knows about the Greening Cow project, the 1 cow per family project? Let me explain it to you. It is simple. The Rwandese government decided to provide 1 cow to every poor family. And one example of this family is the head Have Hozanabeho in Rwanda, who in the year 2006, get it, was declared the best farmer in Rwanda. And moreover, the cow gave birth to twin calves, then again to 20 more calves, which he sold the calves, with the money, bought rental homes, and with the rental homes, decided to rent them out. And in renting out, he got money to support his family. And the dairy farming in where he stays makes up to about 230,000 Rwandan franc. How beautiful innovation is. How wonderful innovation is. And with innovation, you judges here, will be here due to the beautiful innovation of M-Pesa.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes for your opening remarks.
My name is Francisca Ayo, and I'm from the Maryhill Girls High School. First of all, I'd like to break the motion according to what we see it to be. Africa should pay more attention to developing ideas that could better the life of its inhabitants and the basic needs. Note that we are not saying that we do not welcome all these great innovations that our opposers are saying. Yes, you'll bring education. Yes, you'll talk about urbanization. We are simply stating that there should be innovations in the most important sectors in Africa. For example, according to the farmfriendly.com, we find that 60% of African land is not utilized in farming. And we also know that agriculture is the backbone of the Kenyan economy and also the African economy. What good is going to school on a hungry stomach? A hungry man is an angry man. Students will end up striking. What good is hospitals without medicine? Medicine comes from agriculture. What good is roads without anything to transport? You will transport these agricultural products to their industries. What good is an industry without raw materials? Aren't agricultural products the basis of this industry starting? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to make sense rather than noise. I may speak in a loud tone, but I am simply stating that you need to realize that more important things must happen in Africa in order for it to reach the full potential that we want it to reach. So, as we go through this debate, I want you to listen rather than hear what we are saying. Thank you.
We'll now hear cross-examinations. Proposers, you have 3 minutes.
I believe that the first proposer here defined the motion quite well. He said that innovation is the process of translating an idea into goods and services. Now, when he was talking about agriculture, what we need to innovate in agriculture is actually we need ideas. And these ideas are innovations. And that is why we are saying Africa should concentrate more on innovation that could improve the quality and standards of its people. Now, let me ask students, are you not tired of those endless lectures your teachers give you on science? The teacher will come here and choke you with scientific theories that you do not identify with, basically because of how they deliver it. I have a solution for you. Now, in Germany, what they do in the Dortmund University is that they teach experimental physics using movies. The James Bond movie has been used to teach a concept in physics known as linear motion, specifically free fall. Now, this will not only be fun, but it will also give you the information that you want. That is innovation in the education sector. When you hear of M-Pesa, what rings in your mind? When you hear of my 1963 card, what rings in your mind? When you hear of Lipa Caro, what rings in your mind? This is innovation in telecommunication. Now, how is it of importance to us? Ladies and gentlemen, you well identified with the Lipa Caro. This is an initiative of Safaricom and KCB Bank. What do? This saves your mother the trouble of queuing in a lines just to pay your school fees. Isn't that innovation? Isn't that improving the quality of life? Think about my 1963 card. What does it do? It makes sure that when you want to take transport, you necessarily do not need to carry cash. You can simply carry a card and go wherever it is that you want. Isn't this innovation? It is innovation. Judge Minor, if I may ask, maybe one day you just decide, finally this girl you've been chasing accepts you to take her for a date. And because you're in a hurry and all that, you forget to carry enough money. You take her to a fast food hotel, sit down and eat, and when the bill comes, oh my God, you do not have enough money. But with Lipa na M-Pesa, simply to translate it, pay via M-Pesa would save you heartbreak, embarrassment, and finally it will save you breakup. Because this girl will be amazed you were able to pay via M-Pesa, and that is innovation in telecommunication. And that one will increase love in your relationship and therefore sustain family relations in Africa. Isn't that innovation in the family sector? Thank you.
Opposers, you have 3 minutes for your rebuttal. Once again, Marlene Chimoy from the Maryhill Girls. Now, the first proposal started by talking about something to do with old roads and new roads. Now, let me tell you something. You have an innovation. You have created something, but I cannot get an investor to come to build up my innovation because my road can be used for apiculture. Why? Because the potholes are pathetic. The vehicles cannot even pass. Okay, leave that alone. You have talked about M-Pesa. Well, we appreciate M-Pesa, but let me tell you something. Why should I lipa na karo when my classroom is under a tree? Why should I lipa na karo when my blackboard is threatening to fall down any minute? There was this picture once on WhatsApp. I'm sure you know WhatsApp, right? There was when this project of the government about laptops was once there, a picture of a student. The student had barely no clothes, but as I say in literature, was clothed in nothing but the love of were. Now, this child was chewing on a laptop. Yes, the child was chewing on a laptop because the child lacked food. Now, you have talked about lipa na karo. Do you know the statistics on illiteracy? Yes, I will pay school fees. I will pay school fees, yes. But have you looked at the illiteracy rates in Kenya? 38%, approximately 153 million African adults are illiterate. 2/3 are women. Generally, adult literacy rates are generally below 50%. Yes, M-Pesa came. M-Pesa will stay. I will lipa na karo, but we have to realize that you will lipa na karo when there is a classroom. You will lipa na karo when my child can go to school and actually eat food. Now, Judge Maina, you are going for that date. That date. Then you reach with your girlfriend. Let's say you have M-Pesa in your pocket. Then the waitress comes. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, madam. Food is over. We do not have food because the government is supporting the Indomie nutrients, and there is no spaghetti, there is no fish. What will you do? Now, where will you get the heartbreak? You have money. You have money, and M-Pesa is there, but there is no food to pay. What will you do? Now, so she has talked about the 1963 card. I will go to a matatu, I will pay using the 1963 card. But what use is paying with that when I will sit uncomfortably jumping up and down in my matatu? Won't I first make the road so that I can go smoothly to where I'm going? So before innovations, we do not discourage innovations, but first develop the basis for the innovation. Thank you.
M-Pesa ni ya nguvu we, oka vis na bisho de, oka rahisi na M-Pesa sasa unamaliza, haya maisha ni shwari, haya pamoja na M-Shwari Safaricom de.
Take part in the M Challenge by sending your short song, rap, or poem about Safaricom M-Pesa on WhatsApp, and you could win 1,000 shillings in Safaricom airtime.
The proposers have been asked, isn't innovation making us lazier as a generation? And the opposition have been asked, how do we exploit our natural resources without being innovative? Proposal number 3, you have 3 minutes.
Derek Wele, Olympic High School. The question, does innovation bring about laziness? It actually does not. Why? Because this enables us to be efficient with whatever thing we are doing as a people. Why? 25% of our gross income as a country in Kenya flow through M-Pesa. Does it actually bring laziness or it improves our economy? Okay, let me pick up on where our opposers actually left. They were talking about what is the essence of us applying innovation when our people are dying outside there. Now, a country like Israel, a country like Egypt are actually using innovations in their agricultural sector. This has enabled their country to produce food for their people and to produce food to sell it outside to other people. This is through innovation. If they think about people starving, no one is going to starve to death. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard Kenji talking about health sector. Sheka has actually talked about e-learning. There was a question that was ringing in your heads. Where will all this money come from? Just wait a minute and I'll tell you where will this money come from. Kenya Power and Lighting Company loses 4 billion each year as a result of illegal power connection. What is illegal power connection, you may ask? This is where individuals tamper with their electrical powers and sell it to be able to get money to their pockets. How can we fight this menace? The GPS system. What is a GPS system? A GPS system is actually a hand gadget which can actually be equipped to each and every subscriber of electricity. This GPS tracker can be able to give information to the office center of the Kenya Power and Lighting. They can be able to detect the location of where these people are. They can be able to get any default about that power system. These 4 billion Kenyans, these 4 billion ladies and gentlemen could actually be channeled to the health sector Kinyanju was actually talking about. I don't know if you ladies and gentlemen could remember Charity Wanjiru, whose baby boy crash landed in Nyeri General Hospital. Do you know the reason why? She was queuing, waiting for services. But if this 4 billion was actually channeled to health sector, do you think her baby could have died? I think not. Ladies and gentlemen, we want innovations which are going to better our lives. We want innovations because they are going to improve our sector. One of the actual opposers talked about insecurity probably being one of the issues that is facing Africa. Now, let me tell you something. The National Youth Service, which was actually initiated by the government, has actually helped most of the people living in formal sectors. How has it helped? Kibera alone, 60% of the crimes have gone down. That was insecurity. This is how innovation can actually help our country. Now think of Africa as a whole. Don't you think this is going to transform our whole society? Ladies and gentlemen, we can use innovation to better the lives of our people. We can use innovation to transform and see people smiling again. For they say, new brooms sweep clean. And let us be ready to make sure our people smile again. And how can we do this? Through innovation. I raise my case.
Opposition, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
Joyce Mudhoni from the Maryhill Girls High School, here to answer the questions presented to us. You've asked why we're saying the Lipa and M-Pesa is unnecessary. Actually, we're saying the Lipa and M-Pesa is necessary. But what we're saying is that you have to develop the education sector first. The class must be perfect. The teachers must be there. The conditions must be there. For Lipa and M-Pesa, one of the innovations you've mentioned to be profound and outspoken. Then, we have the question, how do you exploit resources without there being innovations? Actually, innovations should be there. But what we're saying is that the government should concentrate on the already existing innovations before welcoming any other innovations. We have seen that Egypt has improved, but they concentrated on the most essential factor, which is agriculture. You realize it is a desert, yes, but they're able to go above that by developing their agriculture. This is by borrowing the fertile soil from various countries like Kenya. So that means they concentrated on the most essential factor, which is agriculture, so they could be able to develop other innovations.
We'll now hear closing submissions. Proposers, you have 1 minute.
I stated innovation was an idea that could be used to better the lives of the people. So if they think all the points they've given us as new ideas can help improve the lives of the people, then thank you for your great innovation. You see, to see another child see the first birthday, it's innovation in the health sector, the Beyond Zero campaign. To see women give birth in local hospitals, innovation, the Beyond Zero campaign. To be here as a debater in the Great Debaters Contest, innovation in terms of the M-Pesa. In order for me or Judge Major to pay for a girlfriend's meal in a hotel, yeah, it's innovation, the M-Pesa. So in simple terms, as they say, In order for us to develop, we need new ways of doing new things. Derek just said, we need new brooms to sweep in a good way. So let us embrace innovation in a way that innovation will improve our future. And for the government, innovation will just save a new taxpayer. Imagine. Thank you.
Opposition, you also have a minute for your final submission.
For your information, I ate before coming to debate. That is agriculture. Innovation is like a baby in a mother's womb. The placenta, if you do biology, in a mother's womb, the placenta provides nutrients, antibodies, gaseous substances for the baby. Now, Africa is the womb, isn't it? Listen carefully, my dear. Now, the innovation, which is the baby, is in Africa's womb. Yes, you want to get more babies, but do you have enough nutrients in your body to, first of all, support the already existing baby? Do you have enough antibodies in your body to support the already existing innovations? That is why we are saying, we are not disputing that innovation should come. We welcome them, but first form a basis for them. Improve agriculture infrastructure before you can accommodate other inventions and innovations. Thank you.
Very good beginning by Joseph, good definition of terminology. And I like the fact that you're taking us back to the issues that would hinder Africa from growing. Sheikha comes in, a gentle debater, but of course, again, evidence of somebody who's well-read. I love your rebuttal. Derek comes in, and I know I struggle with your response to the question, and I think, I don't know whether Maina got it, but I think for me what I really liked was, you're basically answering for us the question, how would we enhance this innovation? How do we ensure that we can actually support innovation? And you go back to show us an example of where we can actually save to be able to contribute towards some of the innovative projects that you're suggesting.
Maryhill girls. Francisca, good speaker, very confident. Nonetheless, you also make a statement that more important things needs to be done. So my question to you was, what things? It's good to stipulate some of the examples that should be given. Marlene, you're outstanding. And I think you can easily deceive, even when the road is bumpy, you're still confident. And that's one thing that you should be doing, Even if you don't know what to say, you can always say a lot of things by just your nonverbal cues. And I think you're really good at that. When you come to the stage, the way you walk to the stage, the way you look at the people, you have already scored some marks before we even start talking. To Joyce, I also love the way you come across as that speaker to answer the questions. You come over and answer the questions, you try to cross-examine, but time lapses. So I think if you could even package yourself better, you could still come out very stronger as a member of the team. But nonetheless, also on your style and mastery of language plus the passion is excellent.
Maryhill Girls High School, the judges awarded you 70%. Please give them a round of applause. Olympic High School, the judges awarded you 74%. You are our winners for the debate.
Bravo to Olympic High School, and of course the ladies of Maryhill put up a spirited debate. We'd like to thank all of you for watching, and to thank our sponsors Safaricom M-Pesa, and of course KBC Channel 1. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Great Debaters EA, and look for us on all our other social media platforms. It's a wrap for Kiambu, but to find out where we're headed next, continue watching the show. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Thanks for watching.
The Great Debaters Contest was brought to you by Safaricom M-Pesa.